Sam and her robot companion Casey Turnbuckle arrive in Balloon Town, hoping to find notorious outlaw Philly the Kid in hopes that he will escort them to the location of Prince Kelby. As they wander around lost, they come across the dangerous-looking Hangman's Bar. Inside, the robot duo came across the Black Claw bounty hunters pursuing Philly. Black Claw and his crew interrogate a guy that fits the description of Philly the Kid perfectly, but the guy is adamant that they got the wrong person. Suddenly, someone came out of the bathroom, and a member immediately shot him, but they were surprised that the man was still alive after being shot, like a donut hole. Revealed to be Philly the Kid, an immortal with tattoos of numbers representing the number of his deaths. The main suspect still protests his innocence, but unfortunately, he still got shot regardless. Sam introduced himself and asked to be his friend. The confused bounty hunters just start shooting to kill their target, resulting in a firefight. Philly evades multiple attacks while pulling the oblivious robot along. She asks him to take them to Gara's keep. As Philly needed an escape, he gave Casey a coin before tossing him out the window, dropping him in the car. The robot inserts the coin in a slot and activates the car's raging bull mode. Back inside, the leader took out a big gun and was ready to shoot them. But Sam takes this as a treat to his mortal friend. Sam's jaw completely dislodges and opens up to reveal a cannon lying beneath her face. Just as they are about to blow the hell out of the place, Casey busts into the bar with the car transformed into the raging bull named Bessie. The bounty hunter fires, but it's easily deflected. With one attack, the bull knocks the whole crew out, but this also brings down part of the bar. Philly and the robots emerge from the rubble unscathed. While he tries to reject them as his friends, suddenly robots come to them. Casey reveals that the Royal Hunter droids had been following them for days. Then pursued by Royal Hunter droids, a chase leads into the canyon where all droids are destroyed. The Royal Hunter droid is fought by Philly, who then throws it down a ravine. However, the three also fell off the cliff. They came out of the ravine and drove to the nearest city. As they cruised, Sam slept her way into a flashback, which Philly finds strange since she's a robot. The Kingdom Bodega celebrates the New Deal Jubilee as well as the prince's birthday. King Bulger addresses his subjects, but his son Kelby is not present. He sits with Sam as they watch the fireworks from a tree. She was created to be a companion to the prince, so she gives him a pendant with their pictures in it for his birthday. Sam gives him one half containing her picture while she keeps his. Their celebrations are cut short when some giant robots appear and start destroying the cities. The kingdom's defenses don't stand a chance as they're hacked by the enemy. As Bulger watches in horror, the culprit Locke appears, looking like a bootleg Kaido. He alerts the king that his day of reckoning has finally come, ordering him to surrender and kneel if he wants to be spared. The monarch orders the captain of the guard to find the prince and flee Toga's keep while he faces the threat, which he does. However, the king is just a toy that is only played with using powerful magic. Meanwhile, the captain finds Prince Kelby up in the tree with Sam. He uses his sword to cut the tree branch and cause Sam to fall into the river, and the captain catches Kelby as he falls. Back to Palace, Bulger is easily defeated and captured by Locke, who uses magic. Sam is woken up with a gunshot by Philly as they have stumbled on an estate. Mama Hitch rushes out, pleading that her sons Joe Bob and Bob Bob were only trying to defend their home. She also introduces her daughter Serena, who catches Philly's attention. The young lady takes him inside for them to get drinks. However, Serena put something in his drink that caused her nose to suddenly start dripping blood, and she was unable to breathe until he died. Her mother praises her on a job well done, instructing her to loot him before preparing his body. Meanwhile, her sons have lured the robots to a ditch where they kick them inside. The family turned out to be murderers, swindlers, and thieves, and they killed those who wandered into town. But unbeknownst to them, Philly has come back to life as the number 23 starts to appear on his leg. Elsewhere, the Bob brothers knock Sam and Casey out by shocking them when they start to call for help. Sam's flashback continues with the city in ruins as the corrupted robots patrol the streets. King Bulger has been apprehended, but he still doesn't know his attacker, so Locke shows him a hologram of a woman that shocks the king. Locke then reveals himself as the monarch's son. Him and his mother were abandoned by Bulger, so he has come to avenge his disinheritance. Meanwhile, the prince and the captain pass through a snowstorm to Voldor for help. In the present, the Bob brothers are causing a commotion outside, so Mama Hitch asks her daughter to go check on them. As soon as she leaves, Philly grabs a shovel and attacks Mama with it. Serena shocks her brothers unconscious after being frustrated by their antics. She hears the robots calling from the ditch, so she goes to see what's up, only for them to use her as an anchor to climb back up. Serena grabs her shotgun, shooting at the robots. Sam and Casey try to get away from Serena by circling the car, but Serena catches them and points a gun. However, Philly saved them and stunned Serena. Serena didn't expect Philly to still be alive and said, she managed to escape by throwing the can. They both managed to get hold of their guns, resulting in a shootout around the car. Casey uses some coins found by Sam to put the car into Raging Bull mode, which also wakes up the brothers, but they shock themselves trying to fight the bull. Meanwhile, Philly and Serena get some hand-to-hand action, but she ultimately gains the upper hand. As Sam sees Serena hold Philly at gunpoint, her cannon buster, sniper defense mode activates, killing Serena and destroying the town. Sam shows to retain no memory of her battle mode. With the place completely destroyed, the ragtag team drives away, but the brothers are later killed by some Blitz raiders who are still on Sam's trail. The robots take one of the brothers' eyes, which has captured the attention of Locke's gang. He sends his right-hand woman, Dex, to deal with them. Meanwhile, Philly and his by-force companions arrive at Happy Lucky Market Town, but as soon as they enter, he's identified by a bounty hunter. He gives Casey some money and a list of things to buy, but clearly the money will not be enough. He even wants the robot to bring back change. Philly pauses when he sees a suspicious drunkard rise from a heap of rubbish. He suspects the character to be an assassin, so he decides to kill him before he strikes. Philly sneaks off to a bar where he hears rumors of a famous unstoppable samurai named Nine, one of the few survivors of a samurai group. With this confirmation, Philly goes to confront Nine, but his arms get swiftly cut off. He bleeds out, losing another life, later coming back to life as his arm regenerates. Elsewhere, Prince Kelby and Odin make it to their Valdor, but upon closer inspection from the captain, it seems like the place has already fallen to luck. So he leaves with the prince. Kelby later complains of hunger, so his guardian kills a bird and offers to show him how to dress it since he might have to fend for himself in the coming days. They intended to make their way to Gara's Keep, which is one of their strongholds. Back at Happy Town, Philly purchases a laser cannon to deal with Nine, but while waiting for him to leave the bar, he becomes distracted by the people drinking around. Suddenly, Nine appears and headbutts him, pinning him to the ground. Suddenly, the bounty hunters showed up and cornered them. Nine and Philly's group come under fire at once by bounty hunters. With help from Nine, they defeat them. After destroying all the bounty hunters, they collect the wreckage for parts, and Nine joins them on their journey out of want of free beer. Meanwhile, Black Claw crews that have recovered from their previous battle are on the move to get their revenge on Philly. But they are stopped by Dex and her Red Horizon crew. As she tries to recruit Black Claw, one of his subordinates interrupts her, so they quickly kill him for the disrespect.
Like I said before, he was being impolite. Now, what were we talking about?
We quickly go back to Philly and his unwanted passengers as they drive through the woods, but he crashes the car, leaving Casey to fix it. While they wait, Philly finds out that Nine with the robots has eaten and drunk all of his beer and snacks. In a hungry rage, he takes the car, leaving them stranded, but soon after the car breaks down again. Upon closer inspection, he comes to the realization that they cleaned up his car, but he's quickly reminded of his hunger. So he tries to find some food, but ends up becoming some himself when he gets eaten by a plant. Inside, he's sprayed with acid as he gets digested. Meanwhile, Nine and the robots have found their way to a party town. They find the bar where they win free drinks during a quiz game. The party is cut short when one of Nine's colleagues makes an appearance who wants to challenge him. They have a fight whilst Sam gathers a salad bowl for Philly. 12 attacks 9 because he left the Red Ronin, so he either rejoins or faces death for leaving. 9 ultimately ends up winning, but he's unable to kill his former colleague. He professes his love to her. 12 remembers his ruthless past, and seeing 9 and ease change, chooses to end her pursuit. The following morning, they seem to be on better terms as he says his goodbyes to her. The group later tracks down the car, and 9 saves Philly from the plant before bidding them farewell as they have run out of beer. Sam apologizes for eating his food and offers a salad she made. Later, Philly receives a broadcast from a friend, so they set off once again. He later gets another message from his friend Eddie as they are to meet at Murderous City. It seems like he plans to use Sam and Casey to pay off an outstanding debt. When they arrive at the city, they are surprised to find the place empty. Philly uses this opportunity to fill his stomach with the food left behind. As Sam looks around, she finds a mother and daughter hiding in a closet. They plead for her to forget she saw them, or the fetter will get them. Soon after they disappear, a worried Sam asks Casey what a fetter is. They make their way to the city's library, where they find a book that defines a fetter as an immortal magician. They survive by absorbing life from people via magic, but they also go after all friends and family. During that interval, Philly encounters the fetter and is kidnapped when it finds out he can't die. The monster confesses to devouring the whole city as it continues to take more of Philly's lives. It grows more powerful even when transforming, so you know the power-up is legit. Fetter even starts to reveal Philly's dark past, how he lost his parents to the Badakin army and gained his power from a sorcerer in order to get revenge. The monster also discloses that he could get his retribution since Sam serves the heir to the Badakin throne. Through her, he can make the entire kingdom his. The robots hear his screams. This prompts Sam to transform again and blast her way to his location. She confronts the fetter by overpowering it with her op cannon blast. This causes the monster to disintegrate. Philly later regains consciousness and leaves a lot of loot he gathered from the city for Eddie to pay off his debt, since he now has a new sinister plan for the robots. Thank you for watching till the end, and please don't forget to subscribe. See you next time and peace out.